Hello there everyone, happy Friday. This is a free Facebook Live Q&A session. My name is Kim Khalida. For those of you new to these updates, for my online students, my boosties, I do regular updates about the online classes that I'm teaching, also to answer questions about dance, life, universe and everything, but also to give you a little update on what's going on in my life. If you don't know me, I'm Kim, also known in dance as Khalida, which means forever. And that is one of the topics of today. If you like, give me, hello Anne-Sophie, give me a message in the comments so I can check if I can read them, because last time I couldn't see the comments until after. So please put something, you can say hello in the comments and I'll check if I can see it. If you see this later, put a replay in the comments and then I get a notification and I know that you have seen this Facebook Live message. Let me test it also. I'll say hello and hopefully I can see it. Yes, okay. Hi Anne-Sophie. Yeah, I can see you. I can see your comment. Great. So hello Caroline. So today I am on my balcony. It's raining a little bit. I hope it not rain too much. Let me share the view very briefly. So this is where I like to do my morning or evening meditation, or a little bit of Qigong, Tai Chi, what I've been practicing for myself, for my mental and physical health. In today's Facebook Live free chat session, I'll be doing 3 things mostly, and also answer your questions if you have any. First, I will answer some questions from my online boost students about shimmies, because that's what we are working on right now in my online classes. Second, I'll do an update on what's going on with my newsletter, the Boost online classes, and third, what I will be doing in the future. Words. What I will be doing in this fall winter. There will be a new season of Boost coming up that you can sign up for. If you're not a boostie yet, you can sign up for Boost Belly Work. That's 8 weeks of classes about belly rolls, undulations, flutters. If you're interested in that, you can sign up for that starting October. And I've put up a notify list on my website. I'll add it later. Maybe I'll add it here. And if you sign up for the notification list, I will send you a message on October 1st that you can enroll for Boost Belly Work. If you like. You don't have to. You don't have to. But for those who are interested, you will find the information there. KhalidaDance.com. Also for my online boosties, my students, I may have confused a few of you. I hope that this live will unconfuse you, and I'll explain why we are going back to the Gumroad platform for my online classes for next year. Okay, so first things first. Oh, also, sorry, I'm saying everything at once because I'm over enthusiastic. Some of you asked about the calligraphy that I posted in my stories yesterday. I will do a little demo of how I practice this, and if you like to practice it, how you can do it, even if you don't know Chinese, you don't have to. It's more like drawing, it's more like meditation, moving your hands, than that it is writing practice. So you can do both, because calligraphy, Chinese characters, they are more like art. They have deeper meaning, but you can look up the meaning or not. If you do the drawing, somehow it feels as if you're doing it. Like sometimes with Arabic music, even if you don't understand all the words, you can kind of feel the meaning. So that's something I've been doing that I like. Next to that, at the end, I will show you or tell you a bit about the books that I'm reading right now. I know it's mirrored, but I'll tell you the titles and what I like about them. Also as a little bonus. And at the very end, 2 things. If you watch to the end, I'll leave this up as a replay if you don't have time today. But at the very end, I'll do 2 bonuses. One of them is I'll draw a Sami card. Sami is the indigenous people of the north of Europe, Lapland. We call it in Belgium. It's like guidance cards. The Sami shamans, they were there to help the local people and communicate with the spirit world. What they did is they had a drum and they would draw different symbols on the drum, each of them which would come to them in dreams. And then if someone had a question, they would play the drum and a little piece of bone would move from one symbol to the next. And then wherever the bone would land, that will be the guidance. So I'll draw one card for those of you who want. Just put yes in the comments, and I'll do that after the live closes. And even if you see this later, you can still put yes in the comments for the Sami card reading, because that's something I'm practicing. I'm working with my intuition more, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot. On the second bonus at the end, I'll send a link to, or I'll add a link for my free belly work workshop. It's something I taught a few years ago. I think first or second boost year we did belly work also. We'll do belly work again in October, November, December, 8 weeks. And there we'll work on the breathing techniques that I've learned in China, as well as how you can use that to improve your belly work, your undulations, and your flutters. Fluttering. As a taster, because I don't have a new taster workshop, you can get my old workshop, but please know that the Boost 2025, this year's 8-week season that you can sign up for if you're not a boostie yet. If you're a boostie, ignore the advertisement for Boost Belly Work, or better yet, you can share it with your friends, because if you're a boostie in 2025 for the full year, that's in there. That's season 4 of us, of what we do this year in Boost Back to Basics. That's belly work. But for non-boosties, externals, or previous boosties, hello if you're there, you can now sign up for 8 weeks of Boost at the end of this year. This is new, and that's only possible because I'm moving Boost back to Gumroad. All right, so first the shimmy questions, then I'll talk about Gumroad and why, and then I'll talk about what's coming up this year and next year for Boost and other things, and then I'll do the card reading and show you calligraphy and show you my books. That's the plan. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I hope I can see them today. Yes, I think I can see the comments. So let's start with a question from my boostie, Maria Teresa. Hello, Maria Teresa. She is very brave. She speaks Italian, not much English, but she is using a translation app next to our live classes when she is in Zoom or via Facebook to translate what I say live. I love that technology can be used for good, yes. And this way she can follow the classes, and she can ask me questions afterwards, which she can translate again with Google Translate or something. So, Maria Teresa, your 3 questions. First, in shoulder shimmies, I will read them. In shoulder shimmies, I have some difficulty when performing. My shoulders feel blocked. Would it be useful to follow season 1, week 3, so that's season 1, arms and shoulders from this year's Boost, as I wasn't able to follow it yet, so with the replay. Yes, Maria. For your shoulders, in season 1, we worked on upper body, breath, and week 3, we worked specifically on mobility for the shoulders, using your breath to open your back if it is tight, as well as moving it. So that will help with shoulder shimmies, which we worked on this season. So I'll show you one for everyone who likes a way to open the shoulders when breathing. We all know belly breathing, yes? When you breathe, sorry, if you can see this, when you breathe, it helps to tilt the pelvis forward a bit. When you breathe, and you expand your belly, and when you inhale and when you exhale, your belly comes in. Now there's different ways of breathing. You can also breathe like panic breathing, using the upper ribs here, which is not helpful because it can tighten up the muscles that are actually too small to do the breathing by themselves. But you can use your diaphragm, which is what happens in belly breathing. You inhale, your diaphragm comes down, your belly comes out to make room. And when you exhale, your diaphragm, it's like a dome, goes in and your belly comes in. But you can use this separate. It's called reverse breathing in Tai Chi and Qigong. And send your air or the stretch or the movement, instead of in your belly, send it to your upper body and expand. Also expand your ribs. How to do that is you want to try to do the belly breathing, but instead of letting your belly come out, you hold it. So you're pulling your belly in, your belly button in actively, and then still you try to breathe, and instead of going up, you widen your rib cage. And then when you exhale, you can see this comes down, but also I let all my energy come down. So when I inhale, what I do is I think of my pelvic floor going up, and the air coming from here into here. I inhale, you can use your hands, and you exhale. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale. You can do it sitting. I'm just sitting down. Inhale, open. As far as you can, even if you can't put any more air in, think of expanding more. The back opens, the front opens, the shoulders come down, and the arms open. And then you exhale. Everything settles. So that. And a second thing you can do to relax the shoulders is pull your ears. This is also something you can do to de-stress. If you feel a bit stressed, or at the computer, or gardening for Jenny, if you've been working like this and you want to settle down and relax here, try pulling one ear, shake out the shoulders, pull the other ear, then pull your ear up, pull the other ear up, pull both ears down. This is from Chinese medicine. There's a lot of nerve endings here, used for acupuncture, and it's somehow relaxing. If you have pets, like a bunny or a dog, just caressing the ears, it's really calming, and for humans it's the same. So move the ears, it'll relax here, it'll calm you down. So that's a little bonus. Maria Teresa, the other exercises are in Boost 2025 Season 1, Week 3, the body, mind, but also the dance session. So check the replays in your students' dashboard and let me know if you have questions. Question 2 from Maria. Thank you, by the way. Another question. What can I do to improve my balance? I think I need to strengthen my leg muscles, she says, when we work on one leg in releve, so with the heels lifted. I feel unsteady and often find myself placing my foot incorrectly on the ground. Are there any past lessons that could help me? Yes. I've did some research as a Boost online student, as a Boostie. I have moved some of the classes to a second platform, which I'll talk about later. It's called Thinkific. It's beautiful, but really expensive. so that's why we are moving back to Gumroad. However, I will be able maybe to save some of the classes there. And if you are a Boostie next year, you may be able to keep access there. So I'm going to try and do my best for that. Anyway, this year, for sure, Maria Teresa, you can go to Boost 2023. You'll find it in your students' dashboard. That's the props Boost. Go to Season 1, which is Veil Love, and Week 5. It's like a quiz. So Boost 2023 props, Season 1 Veil, Week 5. Basic turns. There we work on strength, on ankle strength, and also balance. In the relax lesson, also more balance and trying to find your center without getting dizzy. And then you can do the dance lesson. We had 3 lessons in 2023. There was less live, less 3D classes going on then. There you can work on turns, and turns are challenging for balance but also helpful. However, I have a bonus exercise that you can do, that anyone can do. Good for shimmies, good for turns, good for balance in general life. Very easy to do. You stand on one leg, but then you make it more tricky. Okay, let's try. You can see me? I hope, yes. So I'm just standing on one leg, and the thing to do is to make your balance better. 2 ways you can do it. One is to access interoception, feeling your body from the inside, so watching how you feel in your ankles and your feet. Second is to close off the help of your eyes. That makes you focus more on your inner ear balance organ. And of course, leg strength, ankle mobility, hip mobility, all of that helps. But all of that, I have a video, a YouTube that I found from Wudang, from a student of the Grandmaster that I learned from. And I'll send you that also, Maria. And that's also for your last question. Okay, so for balance, stand on one leg. And if you like, if you're wobbly already, that's good. And pull your leg up a bit and press down a bit. And press in a bit, press out a bit. You can also hold your leg if you get tired. Now think of your standing leg as a tree. The roots or your toes go into the floor. Try to relax your shoulders and think of the crown of your head as being lifted to the ceiling. It will lengthen your spine. Try to relax everything that's not needed. And it's okay to wobble. The wobbling is like micro adjustments. When you do it for a little bit, your ankle will get warm. And also think of pulling the pelvis in a bit, lengthening the lower back, even with one leg up. And if you practice this, it's actually relaxing for the lower back to have this knee up. It also strengthens your core. So from here, think of not this as a whole balance, but as a meditation. So I'm lengthening, my knee is up, my back is long, I'm breathing in the upper body like we practice. I'm shaking loose this foot, nothing tense. And then, now comes the challenging bit. You can look left, and look right. And through the challenging, you'll become more balanced. 3 times, right? Make sure there's no Legos or sharp objects in your vicinity. I won't fall, I have like rails here. And now, second, even more difficult, close your eyes. And count to 3, 2, 1, and you come out. Alright, so that challenges your vestibular system. Full balance, great for everything. Good for your health. Let's try the other side so you're not uneven. Different things you can do on this foot, spreading your toes. You can also gently shift the weight, going left to right, and you can move this leg. Both of those are stabilizing from the hip, and the adjustment itself is like great balance practice. So get used to the situation, spread your toes, let your ankle wobble, that's fine. You can pull up a bit, lengthen your back, belly in. You can hold your leg if it's too heavy. Then start breathing into the shoulders, into the ribs, widening and releasing. You can also pull your ears if you're stressed. Pull up from the crown of your head, lengthening a few millimeters. And then from here, you can add your arms, start meditating, and let's try. Deep breathing. Now look left, look right, 3 times. Ooh, my ankle was stale when I was wobbling. The more it wobbles, the harder this is, the better for you. 3. Center again. Put the leg down for a moment and put it up again. And now we're going to close our eyes and count to 3. 3, 2, 1, and come down. Okay, let me know if that worked. Anyone who tried this? Let me know if you tried this and if it was tricky. There's more exercise you can do, but those are in the Boost season 1 of 2023, week 5. You can find it there. So also for my online Boost students, I'll speak to you directly first. No, for everyone, sorry. For everyone who sees this, if you follow my newsletter, my K-Newsies, up until last year, since 2011, I have been sending my newsletters from Gumroad, which is a platform that houses my first online classes up until 2023. And this year, I moved the newsletter to a new platform for newsletters called MailerLite. I used that before. I like it because it gives you a lot of options, looks nice, but now they became more expensive and they limited my number of subscribers and other things also that became limited. And if you know me, I don't like being limited. So I'm moving us back to Gumroad. It's a simpler platform for newsletters, but it works and it's free. So that's why. If you've got an email from me a couple of days ago that said, I am moving, press this button, it was me, I sent this. Don't worry, it is phishing actually, because I want your email address, but it's to send you information that I hope you like to have. You don't have to press the button, but if you want to get my newsletter, yes, do it. If it doesn't work, I had one boostie, Ingrid, thank you for letting me know, who was not able to confirm her subscription, even though she is a boostie. Just let me know, send me a message anyway. You can put it in the comments, or you can write to me directly or email me. If you did not receive today's Gumroad newsletter email that said, come join the live with a picture, I'll show you how it looks. If you did not receive it, but you want to receive the newsletters, check your spam folder. If it is not in there either, so it should look like this, that I sent this today at 11:25. If you did not receive it, but you want to get my future updates, let me know. Let me know and I'll check for you manually, like a cave woman that has a computer. I'll check for you and I'll make sure that you get the next one. And you can also see this one then, so you don't miss anything, no FOMO. Later today, I will send this replay, also via the newsletter. So in between that, I will check whoever wants to get it and doesn't or is not sure, I will check for you. So that's the newsletter on Gumroad. Second, for my current boosties, what I have done since 2023 is I used to have my online classes on Gumroad. All of them, my DVDs are there, my workshops are there, my online class series called Boost, where we do strength, flexibility. Now it's body, mind, and dance. They are all on Gumroad, all of them, also the ones of the past 2 years now. I've added them there. And the good thing on Gumroad is I don't have to pay a monthly fee. I only pay a percentage if someone buys something or purchases one of my classes. So it means if I have not many students, it's okay. If I have a lot of students, it's also okay. I am not stressed. There's no monthly fee. So if people want to buy the courses, they also can keep them forever. So whatever you buy on Gumroad, you should have forever access, or as long as the internet and Gumroad exists. And also for some of the classes, I've put it so you can download them just in case. But there's a lot of videos. So anyway, Gumroad, I like the platform because it gives me the freedom to upload however many classes I want. It gives me the freedom to give discounts when I want, and also it gives me the freedom to offer forever yours access, which is great because in these times with more live and 3D courses again, sometimes it's harder to catch up within the year. If there's nothing else, it's of course easier. So the new platform in 2023, I decided to upgrade because we had 80 students. I was sold out. I thought, okay, let's do something nice, because I was taking classes on a different platform and I liked the interface better as a student. It was easier to find the classes, it was easier to see what I had done, and it was more motivating because easier to see, okay, I've done this class, this, and I can go back to it. So that platform is called Thinkific, and I very enthusiastically tried to move all my classes there, made big announcement, and my online boost classes of 2024, 2025, and I think 2023, if you were a boost student, you could see all the replays there, and also some of my DVDs. However, it was not possible as I wished. I wanted everyone who had my Gumroad courses to get the same courses access on Thinkific. It was not possible to do that. So it's like different types, which was a bit annoying, but that's why I still have both platforms. And the second thing I did not like is that it also is limiting me on the admin side. So I cannot offer discounts as I like. I cannot offer forever access as I like. And also it costs me quite a bit per month. So if I have less students, which happened, the number is dwindling. We're from 80 to 36 boosties, which is okay. But the platform is really expensive, and they added, I think, 25% to the price this year. So now I'm a bit stressed financially. And this is why I'm going, just in case, I'm going to first downgrade a bit. So I will have a different administrator package on the new platform, which means I cannot offer the automatic payments anymore, and I cannot have automatic diplomas. If you finish the course after 31st of December, I will have to make the certificate by hand, but I'm okay with that. I like making the boosty certificates. So that's two things that change for next year. This year everything stays this year, not to worry. Only that now it's possible as a not boosty to separately purchase access to season 4, the final 8 weeks of this year. You can join us without having to book for a full year. So that's something via Gumroad. Second thing, what will change for boosties that are now a boostie and who want to stay in 2026, the payments will go via Gumroad. So I'll send you a Gumroad linky where you can pay via PayPal or credit card, as we did before. This means the automatic payments that are running, which some of you have, I will stop them by hand so they don't go on, they don't renew this December. So don't worry if you get a notification from the students platform, the new platform, that your membership have ended. That's me. I will be doing that, so you don't have to pay, but your access will stay. I can do that manually. Hopefully that helps. Then the payments for Boost 2026 will be via Gumroad. I will send you a link to do the payment, and then you'll have access to all the live classes of 2026, Rhythms and Dance, which is Body Mind on Mondays and Dance on Tuesdays. Will stay the same as this year. From January to December, you'll have access on the new platform you'll have access to the live classes, you'll have access to Facebook, and you'll have forever access on Gumroad to all the replays, just in case. Also, in case you can't stay after 2026, you'll still have Gumroad to catch up without stress. 2 limitations. One is, I don't know if I can offer automatically renewing payments on Gumroad. I think I can, but I'll look that up. Before December, you'll get an email. And second is, Gumroad adds VAT and puts the prices in dollars. So don't worry too much about the price. I will put all of that in the email. You don't have to remember. But let me think. It also means the prices will change a little bit for some of you. For some of you, it stays the same. 2026 Boost will be 32 weeks, so 4 times 8 of classes, 4 different types of rhythms. First season will be short rhythms, so doom tek tek, and Ayoub, so the fast rhythms. We will learn how the rhythms go, how to clap them and hear them, recognize them, how to be on the beat when you dance to them, and also some combinations that I like to them, so traveling steps in the case of those. That's season 1 is short rhythms. Season 2 is medium rhythms like Saidi, Baladi, pop. So how to recognize them, how to clap them, how to step them, and also how to dance to them with a little combo for each rhythm. That's season 2, also 8 weeks. Season 3, oh, I have to hydrate. Cheers. Season 3 will be, excuse me. Season 3 of Boost 2026 will be longer rhythms like Shift Telly, doom tek tek, doom tek, or Wahda Kabira, where it's just doom and then a whole lot of nothing, very lyrical. Also Karslama, and Samai, one of my favorites. Dum 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 dum. So those rhythms will be season 3. With information how to recognize them, how to count them, step them, and how to dance to them with some combinations. And then season 4, some of the rhythms work really well with props, like Saidi with a stick, or let's see, Malfouf, and some of the short ones will work really well with Veil, and some of the longer ones like Samai or Shift Telly work really well with fan veils, with more lyrical, flowy props. So season 4 will be props are back, but with the rhythms combined. So by the end of next year, hopefully you'll feel more confident, more free, and maybe more interested to dancing to different rhythms. And if you are making dances, rhythms, recognizing them can also help you to know where to find more ideas. So if you recognize, okay, this is Saidi, you can look up all the Saidi or follow a Saidi workshop with someone, and you'll have like inspiration. And if you recognize, oh, this is Shift Telly, or this is Samai, you can Google Samai, you can find all the information on Samai, or take workshops on Samai, or YouTube's on Samai. That's the way it will work, hopefully. So this next year's Boost topic is by request from Ingrid. Hi Ingrid. She's a boostie who used to take all the classes, and then she had to take a break for good reasons. She got married, had moved, and now she is back, and I'm very happy because Boost 2026 is inspired by her question about rhythms. So that's why we do that. That's how it works. If you are a boostie student, a Boost online student, you can always ask me questions. I may not be able to grant your wishes, but I try. I do my, oh, look at the light, it's nice. I try to do that. Okay, can you still hear me? Let me know. Put a comment if you can still if you're still with me. Yes. So Boost 2026 payments will be via Gumroad. Prices will be, let me think, I don't want to confuse. I think it's 235 for existing boosties if you're a boostie now, plus VAT or BTW or Mehrwertsteuer, depending on your country. Gumroad will add, and together that makes about 280 euros in total. So that's the price for next year's Boost, with Forever's Yours access on the new platform, access on Gumroad and Facebook and Zoom. So that's the whole package. So it's back like the old way of doing it, but with access on the membership platform, still with a bit of limitation. So no automatic diploma, and also for me on the admin side, no automatic payments. So hopefully that works. Then for not yet boosties, if you are not yet a Boost student, but you used to be, you did Boost 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, but not now, you will get also a discount, but a bit less. So you will get 245 euros plus VAT. The regular price is 285. So you'll have still 40 euros of discount. Current boosties get 50 euros of discount. And if you are early, you're not a boostie yet, you're new, hello, welcome. If you're new to my online classes and you want to join next year, but you join for the belly work this year, you'll also get the existing boostie discount. I'll just take you with me. And if you see this later and you missed the boat for Boost belly work this year, but you still want to join, and you join before, let's say, December, so before end of the year, there's still like a early bird discount. So the discounts become smaller. If you're a boostie now, hello, you have the biggest discount. If you have been a boostie in the past, welcome back. You will get the second biggest discount. If you join for Boost belly work, so the separate season, you will get also the second. I'll see you as a previous boostie. And if you miss all of that, but you join in December, or you sign up in December, you will pay in January, you will get the early bird discount. And if you sign up after January 1st, you'll get regular price. That's my plan. That's my plan. I hope it works. So boosties, as I was saying, the number of Boost students has been going down, which I think is normal, because now there's much more other things that are happening. You can join live classes in the world again, and also many teachers are teaching online, and interests change, and also situations change, life changes, life happens. I understand. If ever you are not able to join Boost, or you have to cancel, I am never insulted. I fully understand, because also me, I'm the same. I join classes, I have passions for 20 years, and then life changes, or I change, and then I leave. So it's totally understandable. Also, I don't want to put you under any pressure to join next year, because I just want to know if you will join next year, so I know if I have to start doing something else next to Boost. Because as it looks now, we went from 80 boosties 3 years ago to 36 boosties right now. If the numbers keep going down, I would understand, but I will have to do something else next to Boost, and for that I have to plan a bit. The thing that I'm planning, or hoping, or wishing maybe to do, is to teach online Qigong or Tai Chi, or maybe even calligraphy if I get better at it. If you were interested in that, if you're a boostie or not a boostie, let me know, so I know what to plan for next to Boost, because I think next year I have to do something bonus, unless many of you sign up that are not boosties yet. Then I can just stay with Boost only, but I don't think so, to be realistic. It's okay. Being honest. Also, now that I'm being honest, I have been losing sleep. Maybe it's the full moon coming up. There's a full moon eclipse coming up, by the way. Did you know that? It's this weekend, and you'll be able to see it in Europe. It'll be like a blood red moon just after moonrise, which will be about between 7:30 and 8:30. You'll see the eclipse if it's not too cloudy. So, and that one, I've looked up the meaning, is about ending, big endings, big changes, especially for what I feel is changing in direction, or maybe adding more of myself to what I offer. So up till now, I've put everything I learn, everything I'm learning right now, into Boost, into dance. But as some of you who knew me before 20 years ago know, I have other interests also, and some of them very intense. Some of them I've left behind a bit, and I'm picking up now. And one of those is working more with my intuition, and guiding people, helping people through the things that I say. I sneakily do this in Boost, and I sneakily do this here. I sometimes hear from people that the things that I say make something click, inspire them, make them do something, or confirm something that they were not sure about. I want to start doing that a bit more professionally, or maybe start reaching more people. And maybe I'll be doing that with my cards. So like offering readings, not just one card, but 3 cards or more cards, and you can book that. And then I'll do a reading just for you. I'll make a video like this one and read from the book, because I like that. Not just making a picture, but I have the feeling that my voice, or hearing words, does something different even than just reading them. So you will be able to read the meaning, but I'll read it to you, like reading you a book before bedtime, and I'll send you like a private link to that video. So that's something maybe I'll offer if there's interest, if anyone wants that. I may do that end of this year, maybe for 5 or 10 people only, not too many. So you can maybe book me for a personal reading if you would like, from I think the Sami cards. I also have normal tarot cards, but I at the moment I like these best. We'll see what it is. So let me know if you're interested in that. I would be curious to know if you are. Next to that, if you would be interested in Qigong or Tai Chi or breathwork or even Kung Fu or weapons, Kung Fu weapons like stick and fan and what else do we have? Sword, Tai Chi sword or Kung Fu sword, which is the same. I would love to teach that, but I have to know if people want to do that. That will be for next year. If there's enough people to do it, or even calligraphy, I would also. So, speaking of which, I have been ruminating, thinking from how many boost years do I still have in me, because I love that I've been learning different things and putting them in dance, but I have not been taking dance classes. I've not been practicing dance. I've only been doing boost. So for the future, I don't know if I've listened to myself on the inside. I don't know if dance is what I will keep on teaching, even though my name Khalida says forever. It will be forever me, but I don't know if it will be forever just dance. Maybe it will be something wider, something more useful for more people. I don't know. If the number of boosties keeps going down, I have to think broader. I have to stop being scared and hide behind dance. Maybe I'll have to look a bit further and offer other things if there's interest in that. I will still be doing 2 years of boost, definitely. So next year, Rhythms and Dance, I'll do it even for just a few people. The year after, thanks to Jenny, thank you Jenny, there was a question on transitions. And I want to do a year of traveling steps, so footwork, turns, transitions, and also do that with props. So that will be 2027. Those 2 years, I definitely will teach boost. But after that, I don't know. So if you want to study with me in a dance way, sign up this year for belly work, or 2025, 2026, Rhythms and Dance, or 2027, the traveling steps, transitions, and turns. Because I don't know after that if I am still teaching boost. And this is something I wasn't sure if I wanted to say it. I don't want to how to say it. I don't want to say goodbye. I hope something like boost will still live on, but I cannot say. I cannot tell the future. I'm not that good yet with my intuition, but I'm feeling the calling to do other things also in teaching. So I'll always be teaching. I just don't know what yet it will be in the future after 2027. So let me know your thoughts about that and your questions, especially my boosties from now, because without you guys, I would not have been dancing at all anymore since 2020. So here's a big thank you for saving my dance booty, and also for inspiring me to keep on learning, to keep on teaching, because that's really what I love to do. I love helping people. If there's a question, something in me comes alive and I start drawing from all the things that in 46 years almost I've learned from books, from dreams, from trouble in my life, from hobbies. I can draw from this information and try to give you an answer that's useful. So that's my real hobby and passion, is to help people with their questions. And I don't mind at all what questions it is. It can be dance, it can be not dance, it can be life, it can be movement. Those are the things that I'm most specialized in. But we're all complex beings. so maybe something I learned in dance can help you with something in learning, or in your job, or in your life, or with choices that you need to make. Or maybe something that I'm learning in Tai Chi can help you in dance, like what's happening now. So yes, I'm talking a lot. But I want to keep this under an hour, so let's move to the next bit. Also, boosties, you will get an email with all of the practical things for next year's boost. Not to worry. And you can make a choice if you want to stay or not, because I know if the price changes, if payment changes, that's a good moment to reconsider if you want to stay. I hope you do. bless you. That's my husband, Mr. E, sneezing because it's a bit windy. Anyway, where was I? Let me check if all the questions of Maria are answered. See, something like this, answering questions, I love that. That always inspires me a lot. She says, okay, yes, okay, third question, so sorry. Third question, finally, Embody Mind Week 3. So that's, I think, from Season of Shimmies, this season. As a support video of the week, we work a lot on the calf area. Oh yeah, that's for shimmies, for Egyptian shimmies, we did a lot of heel lifts. As I have varicose veins, spatadas in Flemish, in one leg, should I take any precautions? Maria, I have to say, I am not a doctor. I'm not specialized in varicose veins, but I would think, yes, there are extra warm-ups you can do, and also things like tapping. Here's my socks. Tapping your legs and rubbing in both directions to get circulation going. Cross around your foot from outside to in like this. Give your calves like a little wibble, and also gentle tapping, especially behind the knees and also under the foot. Doing that will help your circulation, give it a natural boost. Also, what you can do is, and this is good for everyone, for health, you can just stand and then gently drop your heels like you would do for Saidi. And if you want to make it also shoulder relaxing, for your first question, Maria, you can add like a drop. I'm lifting my heels and dropping, and I'm lifting my shoulders and dropping at the same time. I do this for a minute before doing my meditation things here on the balcony, and also before any practice, just because it brings me down into my body if I've been thinking a lot, like thinking about Boost and what to do, and financial stress, platform switches, and not wanting to make anyone worry too much. We will have Boost next year and the year after, and the newsletter, it was me. Anyway, so the bouncing really helps to calm you down. It's good for circulation, also good for varicose veins, but things like tapping and rubbing gently helps for lymph flow, but also for circulation. So nothing too violent, gentle. And also moving the joints, so my foot, my lower leg, my ankle, turning the foot like this, and also with the toe on the floor. Anything with rotation, good for the joints, but also good for circulation. Next to that, what you can do, Maria, is lay on the floor with your legs up against the wall. So if this is a wall, you can put your legs up like this, lay on the floor with your head, or a little pillow under your head, or a yoga block, and your legs up. You can have the legs straight up, or you can scoot your booty away from the wall a bit if this is too much for your flexibility of the legs. That you can do also for like a song. That will help with circulation before practice or after practice if your ankles are swollen or if your varicose veins are worse. Next to that, I have a practice video on YouTube, not from me, but from the same student of Wudang, where I was in China, with exercise that you can do, and it includes the laying on the floor. If you do those regularly, maybe the varicose veins will also be better. Next to that, my advice, I think you can do all the exercise, but warm up well, gently first, and don't do that too long. Just adapt. If you feel like, it's too painful, you stop, or just do the other leg, or do different movements. So don't do the movement fully, for range of motion, yes, but maybe you do a couple or less. If you think, okay, it's too tiring, you just do 1 or 2 instead of 5. So that's my advice. I hope it helps, Maria. What else is she writing? Dear Khalida, thank you so much. I love your classes, which besides putting me in a good mood, thank you, are very detailed, and your I know I talk a lot, sorry. Very detailed, and your explanations help me understand what we are doing. Well, thank you. So yes, so I think that's my my talent. I talk a lot. I'm able to explain a lot because I overthink a lot, and also I'm a person who thinks a lot but wants to be more in her body. So that's also, if it helps me, it may help you overcome trauma from youth, from my very young years, but also how to regulate yourself in this world. Like right now, if you watch the news, don't watch the news too much. I try to not watch the news because you know what, it is too much. It's too much for my nervous system, And I want to stay informed, but I don't have to be informed every day, because there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of like making fear, and I don't like that. Also, it can be manipulated. So what I try to do instead, let's wait until this one. So what I try to do instead is I find wisdom in books. I'll show you the books that I'm reading now. I find wisdom in nature. I find wisdom in myself, in my intuition. Because we all, okay, now I'm preaching. We all have, I hope, I know my boosties do. I know those of you who are here, who see this do. We all have our sense of what is right, what is true, a sense of truth, yes? I think we all feel when something is not true or not right. It just feels less good. If something feels really true and good, I even get goosebumps. You know what I mean? So something that's right and true and good, you recognize it. And you can train yourself to become more refined in this recognition when something is good or when something seems good. And usually this comes with trial and error. I've made a lot of errors because I tend to project my enthusiasm on others and then maybe miss some red flags until later. But I learn every time. Even in dance, even in martial arts, there has been like encounters with people that were not healthy, that I had to move away from, shield myself from, heal from even. Even recently, there can be like toxic teachers or people who start to compete with you without you knowing, or people trying to influence what you think and do, but for their own gains. And it's very good to be aware of that, but don't let it hold you back. Yes, you know what's true, you know yourself the best, so invest in you, invest in what makes you happy. Have attention for what makes you happy, regulate your nervous system, become strong, become healthy, do things that are good for you and for your family, and try to arrange your life in a way that you have not too much contact with what's not good for you. You will know what I mean in health and also in environments. Anything we take in from information also is affecting us. It affects us. Also, which music you listen to, it makes a difference. What you read makes a difference. If you give yourself a moment to watch the clouds and the trees outside, it makes a difference. So do that. Give yourself that. Give yourself hydration. Find a hobby that makes you happy. I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be dance. So the last two things, and then the bonus. The hobby that I have. For those who asked, also you, Barbara, my calligraphy that I posted in the stories. This actually is a scroll that I got in August. I was in a Kung Fu camp in Ireland with my husband, with Mr. E. And the wife of our Shifu, Lila, she is a beautiful calligraphist. So she makes really art with a big brush. And she gave some of us a gift. Mine was dance, which is funny because I'm doubting if I'm still a dancer. But anyway, Mr. E got chi, so energy, which I love together. And she also gave us this. This is practice paper. You can see like gray signs. These are all Chinese characters. I cannot read them all. And as you can see here, the black, that's me practicing. So what you do is like we used to do with drawings. You take a pen, and we got a special calligraphy pen. It's like a fountain pen, but it has like an eyeliner brush with ink, and it has ink patrons, so patrons. You just put an ink cartridge in there, and then it writes like real calligraphy brush. And a real calligraphy brush, so this looks like, I think you could do this with eyeliner, but that's too expensive. This is a real calligraphy brush. You can get them for 2 or 3 euros on Amazon or wherever. Temu. So these you can practice with. Let me show you. Need some paper. Here's paper. So this is how you hold a calligraphy brush. 2 fingers under, 2 fingers on top, like a chopstick, and then straight up like this. It used to be like that because people would write on tablets, but now that we write on tables, you bring the hand up like this, like dance. You can support your elbow on the table. I'm just doing like this to show you, and then you can make brush strokes or dots, or like this, or you can make it thick. I know it's not beautiful because it's free-handed, and I like this a lot. It's really meditative, and even if you cannot read Chinese, you can just follow the examples and draw. And on YouTube you can find if you have to how to do it. So there's rules or ways to do it, where you write from left to right and top to down. And horizontal lines are usually first, and then vertical, and then the diagonal ones. And most of them you go from left to right, top to down, but some of the dots go up. And once you know that, you can find it on YouTube. You can get yourself this paper and you start drawing, or you get a book with examples and you can follow those. I have a beautiful one called The Heart of the Brush that has big calligraphy in different types of letters. So you have these, you have the old script that was made in stone, and a very modern calligraphy. It's like cursive script, so you have straight ones where you can still see all the lines, and you can have everything connected in one line, like art. So calligraphy, one of my new hobbies. I like it a lot. I used to draw as a child, and then I left that forever. I never had the time for it, and now that I'm doing this, it's like I'm learning Chinese because I like it, and I'm doing something meditative, and it's like painting and drawing at the same time. Now, okay, still have 5 minutes. Okay, now what we got from Lila is this pen, like eyeliner with ink, and also this scroll. It's called the Heart Sutra. Heart Sutra. If you've never heard of it, it's a beautiful Buddhist text by Guan Yin. You know the videos, the 1,000-hand Guan Yin, that was really popular a while ago with a row of dancers who did the hand things, and it looked like one goddess with many hands. Guan Yin is the goddess of mercy, like Maria, goddess of mercy, and she is very powerful and still revered in all of Buddhist world. And Guan Yin has given a text to the people to comfort them, and it's about following your heart and knowing that everything actually is an illusion. Pain is an illusion, and something like that. I will send you a link to a beautiful song, English translation of the Heart Sutra, and the Heart Sutra is what I'm practicing. So that's what I'm writing, even though I don't know the words. I listened to the music and I read the text on YouTube once, the English translation, and now it's even more fun to do this. So that's the calligraphy you see in my stories. That's what I'm doing with this pen. But also I have this. That's what I started with. I got this on Amazon for 16 or 15 euros. It looks like that. Do you remember as a child these drawing things with sand, with disappearing art? This is the same. This is special paper that when it's wet, it becomes black, and then when it dries, it's gone again. So you can practice calligraphy without making a mess with ink. You just get yourself a brush, you dunk it in water. So there's a glass of water. Like this. Oh, you can't see it, but I'm making it wet. And then, you see, you can write on it. I'll put a bit more. You can make circles. Big brush, very thin. You can just draw. So this is really fun. These brushes, I got them with the scroll, so it's like 15 euros and a lot of fun, because when it dries, you can just start over. It's like a Zen meditation. It's a meditation, and you're not afraid to make mistakes so much because they will disappear. And that is why I'm practicing calligraphy with my right hand, just for my brain. I'm a lefty. It's the classical way. It's not beautiful what I write, but it's really nice to try something challenging. So water calligraphy. If you want, I'll put a link of where I found these. It's a lot of fun. So not all hobbies have to be monetizable. Not all hobbies have to be useful. They have to be useful for you in a way that they do help you, like mentally, that they make you feel good, that you like it, that it makes you happy to do, and you do that. So it can be dance, anything. Another thing that makes me happy is reading books, which I only do when I feel okay, but I should do it more often. And now that I'm back from Kung Fu camp and doing calligraphy, I'm reading more. These are the 3 books that I am reading at the moment. I always read different books at the same time. It goes slower, but I like that it connects the dots sometimes. So this one is Why zebras don't get ulcers. Why zebras don't get ulcers. And this is a really fun, heavy, it's big and it has a lot of text. It's about health, stress, relaxation, and the effects on health. Really well researched, very interesting, and also things that you don't see in popular media. So it goes deeper. It really goes deeper, and it dispels some myths, but also confirms some things from ancient cultures, things that we already knew before we were too modernized. So things that we are rediscovering now, we already knew in plant medicine. Very interesting. And also how stress affects you in the immune system, for diseases, but also for mental things and for muscular things. So if you are a geek and you want to know, okay, what does stress do and what can I do to counter the effects, or if you're just interested how stress affects animals of different kinds, like zebras, get this book. I've been reading this for 5 years, always just one page, but I don't mind. I'm always happy when I read one of these pages, I learn something. It's a very interesting book. Another that I love a lot, so that's Robert M. Sapolsky, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, also smaksweer. This one I bought beginning of this summer and I love it a lot. I haven't read much of it, but the one chapter I read really touched me. It's called Mirrors in the Earth, Reflections on Self-Healing from the Living World. So this is written by Asia Soler. She is a healer and a tree lover, and she works with nature and also with reflecting how she can see things in nature that mirror things in our lives. It can help us solve problems, also can help us heal. And also the message of this book, which I like a lot, is that the universe is on our side. We are part of everything. And so it makes sense that it's rooting for us. It wants us to be happy. We are here on this earth to experience life, to live it, not to fulfill any goals, not to become something specific or special. Maybe we are just here to experience love, to taste, to see, to hear, to feel, to connect to others, to ourselves, to nature. So if that resonates, Mirrors in the Earth, a beautiful book. I've only read a little bit, but it already makes an impact. So for the philosophers and tree huggers among us. Then for the dreamers, another book. This was how to say it, advised to me by one of my Kung Fu colleagues in Ireland, Arnie. Thank you, Arnie. It's called The Tibetan Yogas of Dream and Sleep. And I already have a book on Tibetan dream yoga. I read it many years ago, and it actually had exercises for lay down meditation, where you just lay on your back for 24 minutes and you try to stay awake, but not too awake, and you count your breathing. That helped me overcome my hay fever, because I had really bad hay fever when I was really stressed from traveling a lot for dance. It calmed it down better than medication, but it only worked for 24 hours. So I had to do this meditation once per day in hay fever season, but it saved my booty, it saved my nose. I could breathe freely again, and all the spots in my face were gone. By the way, my skin issue, it cleared, so thank you. Thank you for those who put good thoughts to me. I think it just took its time, but also I read somewhere in Chinese medicine that if you get skin issues in the face, it means you have to express yourself more fully. And I think that's what I'm doing now, and in the past live session, telling you about what's really going on behind the scenes, underwater with me, my evolution, my strange hobbies that turn into passions, and also my transition from dance to maybe something different in the future. Cheers. Anyway, the Tibetan Yogas of Dream and Sleep goes deeper than the book I had. The book I had was written by English-speaking person who translated it to easy, practical things to do, and also how to lucid dream and do things there. I never got that far, because whenever I lucid dream, I also get strange dreams that block me a bit, and I got scared. So I stopped that. And now this book, Tibetan Yogas of Dream and Sleep by Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche, I'll put a picture that's not mirrored after in the comments, Practices for Awakening, forward by the Dalai Lama, is written by an actual Tibetan dream yoga specialist. So what I liked about what Arnie said about this book is that it gives you advice on what are dreams, what are thoughts, how we can influence them through our behavior and words and what we put in our environment, how we ourselves can steer our lives in the direction we want or be driven by our habits and fears. Like most of us are. We are asleep even when we're awake. And these tips help you be more awake in sleep, but also in waking life, which I like a lot. And I think it's changed my mind a bit about being more brave about what I want to do with my life in the future. So what it says, really practical, is that you can get help. If you are in your lucid dreaming and you want to learn things, you can call for a guardian or a teacher to come teach you. And that will be your inner guide, your inner guidance, your inner light, your intuition will speak with you if you are open for it. You have to ask for it and you can practice this. And I like that a lot, because who has time for meditation on a day? A lot. Not many people. But if you can use your sleep to grow, to experience, to learn, to do good things, why not? Why not learn this? So it's a skill you can learn, you can practice it. And for those of you who get worried like me that in lucid dreaming it's sometimes stressful, you can ask for protection from a team of guardians. So you can just choose people like your Shifu or a teacher, or you can choose me, or an ancestor, an aunt that you really liked, that or your grandmother if she's not alive anymore. They can come help you in your dream and protect you if you are going deep in your subconscious. I don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna try it anyway because I think this is really interesting. I'm geeking out on this. So that's the books. We have the books, we have the calligraphy, we have the boost update, we have the shimmy tips, question answers. Final thing, I will draw a card if you like, if you're still here. Put yes in the comments and I'll draw a personal card for you. And you can let me know later if you want to, if you have any questions about Boost Bellywork, the season that will open in October, or Boost 2026, Rhythms and Dance. If you want to join it, let me know. Boosties, if you want to not join me next year, let me know, so I know how many people we are, and I know if I have to do something else next to Boost next year. That would be really helpful. And also let me know if you want to stay, because that makes me happy. So these are the cards. I'll draw one for this, whoever sees this in general, or for myself, and I'll read it. And then if you want a card for yourself, just put yes in the comments and I'll draw you one afterwards for free. These one card things are for free. Okay, so let's see what comes out. Oh, so that's how it looks. I don't speak Sami, so my pronunciation will be wrong, but it says Bassevari Heilig Fjell, Jordas Indre, Radsporing, Kraftstedt. I'll look it up for you guys, because I'm sure that does not make sense in not English. Bassevari. Let me see. Sacred Mountain. Oh, you know, in Wudang, where Mystery and I were for 5 weeks last year in October, November, to study Tai Chi and Qigong. That's the sacred mountain of Taoism. Taoism is living in harmony with nature, which I like. So, sacred mountain. Let's see what the advice or meaning is. Number 35. Who is 35 years old? I'm 45. I'll be 46 in October. This October. Still going strong. Feeling more fit than 15 years ago, actually. Okay, sacred mountain. Inside of the earth. Asking advice. Power place. Ooh, I like it. Keep it like this so you can see. For many thousand years, power places have been used by indigenous peoples. You're connected to the great eternal community, the sun and the earth. Oh, I just saw a beautiful message by Ilin. She's the one whose newsletter I'm following. She's a Sami shaman, and she talked about us being the children of the sun and the earth. I'll link to that. That's coincidence. I was just seeing that. I put it in my stories actually right before I went live. So anyway, you are connected to the great eternal community, the sun and the earth. In this way, you move between two extremes in a natural way. The spiritual and the earthly parts are both within you. Seek advice from the inside of the earth to get help with your questions. This card symbolizes that your spirit helpers are willing to guide you now that you have asked for help. Well, I've actually asked for help because I didn't know what to do with my life with Boost. so here we go. Because I'm actually afraid to take the step to become a Tai Chi teacher. It's like a big jump, you know, after 20 years of identifying as just dance. Right. Let me know if this resonates for you too and how. I would be very interested. Sense how have you been asking for help? Sense how the power of sacred mountains surrounds you and gives you new strength. You're requested to notice repetitions of words, sentences, of subtle energy that speak to you. Maybe something in this video. Or something else, let me know. You will get attention and influence as time goes by. Let these enchanting treasures reveal themselves to you so that you more can follow the way of the heart. Follow your heart. The sacred mountain supports you and gives you the clarity you need. I am the inside of the earth. Together with my ancestors, I share the same language and connection. I sense your closeness surrounding me. I am forever thankful. Keywords: need to ground something in reality, seeking advice, cooperation, new strength, adapt to a new situation. Oh, so I like this card. Thank you. Thank you all for being here in this live. I think I'll close it up like this. So as I said before, if you want to have a one card mini reading for free, let me know. If you want me to do a few more cards, watch for my newsletter this winter. I may open up a few spots to give you a personal reading with a few more cards for money, if you like. Maybe this is something I would like to practice, but only for a few people. Boosties, you get first priority because you are my VIPs. So I hope this was helpful. I hope the shimmy tips were helpful. Boosties, I hope this information was helpful so you know what's going on and also what's coming for next year and for this year. Next to that, if you want to get the newsletter and you are not sure that you have it, let me know in the comments or just write to me. I will send the replay via the newsletter today. So if you have not received anything from me by tomorrow, by Saturday, but you want to get the newsletter, let me know. Because in that case, I maybe have to do something manually with the email list, maybe. So, okay, that's all I have for you. Oh, just a bit over an hour. That's very reasonable for me. So, enjoy the view one last bit. And then I'll let you go into the weekends. Also, Boosties, if you see this, in the week that I send it, we will have a 3-week fall break. Mr. E and I will be on holiday in Austria, not Australia, Austria, Oostenrijk, for a walking nature vacation. After that, we'll be back last week of September for week 8, Shimmy Jam. Put all the shimmies together that we worked on the last couple of weeks. And then in October, mid-October, we'll start with season 4 belly work. So that's what's coming up. I wish you a beautiful weekend and fall break for my boosties, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.